What happened to cause the destruction of planet PHAETHON? Now, Henrik Wilhelm Matthias Olbers formulated the planet PHAETHON hypothesis. Planet PHAETHON, hypothetical planet existing between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, the destruction of which supposedly led to the formation of the asteroid belt, including the dwarf planet Ceres. The hypothetical planet was named PHAETHON, the son of the sun god Helios in Greek mythology, who attempted to drive his father's solar chariot for a day with disastrous results that was ultimately destroyed by Zeus. However, his name was also used historically for Jupiter itself as well. Now, planet Ceres is the smallest recognized dwarf planet, the closest dwarf planet to our sun. And this is what happened during the late heavy bombardment. That's another theory that astronomers believe caused various pot marks on the surface of our Earth, Mars, and the Moon. Now, according to the Vedas of India, they agree with the mythology. The Moon is a satellite that was artificially introduced into the Earth's orbit, and the central sun of the system is Sirius, according to the Vedas. Initially, our solar system had 13 large and 108 small visible planets, and about 2 million years ago, the planet PHAETHON was the most beautiful planet in our solar system, so they said. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. I'm translating from a Greek article. It was supposedly the most beautiful planet in our solar system. It had 2 satellites, Pluto and another one. But on this beautiful planet lived inhabitants of 2 constellations Lyra and Vega. There was a constant war between them, so the myth goes they also had nuclear bombs in their arsenal. About 1 million years ago, another planet, Nemesis, translated as retribution in ancient Sanskrit, came so close to PHAETHON that its magnetic gravity caused an uncontrollable thermonuclear reaction in the arsenals of the warring parties and the planet PHAETHON. Its fragments were scattered throughout the galaxy. Pluto became an independent planet with its own orbit around the sun. PHAETHON's other satellite was launched into the orbit of young Earth, which pulled it close to it. The Earth's second satellite rotated with the Moon for some time, but then fell to Earth, resulting in a complete reversal of the Earth and also a change in the direction of Earth's rotation. The place that it fell onto was Atlantis, that was destroyed, and only Posidonia remained, and this happened about 50,000 years ago, according to Greek mythology. The reptilian gods, quote-unquote, initially together with the gods from Sirius, 12 gods, did genetic experiments with humanity. Later they came to battle with the Titans, defeating Zeus and the reptilians in the Tartars Mountains. That's from the Greek article, but the PHAETHON hypothesis, or PHAETHON. The hypothetical planet left nameless for a century. Only in 1949 did the well-known Soviet astronomer Orlov give the name PHAETHON. And supposedly there was a search for a 5th planet corresponding to a gap in the sequence. Ceres, the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt, now considered a dwarf planet, by the way, was surreptitiously discovered back in 1801 by the Italian Giuseppe Piazzi and found to closely match the empty position in Titus's sequence, which led many to believe it to be the missing planet. And however, in 1802, astronomer Henrik Olbers discovered the name and named the asteroid Pallas, a second object roughly the same size in orbit as Ceres. and Olbers proposed that these two discoveries were the fragments of a disrupted planet that had formed orbiting the Sun, and predicted that more of these pieces would be found. The discovery of the asteroid Juno by Carl Ludwig Harding and Vesta by others, by Olbers, buttressed his hypothesis. So, that's the story concerning PHAETHON. Now, some other scientists and non-scientists continue to advocate the existence of and destruction of PHAETHON-like planet. Zechariah Sitchin suggested the goddess known as, into the Sumerians as Tiamat, in fact relates to the planet that was destroyed by a rogue planet known as Nibiru, creating both Earth and the asteroid belt, and his work is widely regarded as pseudoscience. Astronomer and author Tom Van Flandern held that PHAETHON, which he called planet V, with V representing the Roman numeral for 5, not to be confused with other postulated former fifth planet, exploded through some internal mechanisms. In his Exploded Planet Hypothesis 2000, he lists possible reasons for its explosion, such as a runaway nuclear reaction of uranium in its core. And this sounds like what the Vedas said when they proposed that there was some kind of a nuclear eruption that caused the planet to obliterate. So the astronomer Tom Van Flandern believes that there was a runaway nuclear reaction of the uranium in its core, a change of state as the planet cooled down, creating a densely phased change, or through continual absorption of heat in the core from gravitons. I don't know what gravitons are, the theories of gravitons. Graviton is the hypothetical quantum of gravity, an element particle that mediates the force of gravity. Now, Van Flandern even suggests that Mars itself may have been a moon of planet 5 due to its craters hinting the exposure to meteorite storms and its relatively low density compared to other inner planets. Now, in 1972, Soyuz Multfilm Studios produced an animated short film titled PHAETHON, The Son of the Sun. It's a Russian film directed by Vasily Ivanov, in which the asteroid belt is portrayed as the remains of that planet. The film also has numerous references to ancient astronauts. So it could be that the asteroid belt was the position of this PHAETHON planet. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.